Hi, and welcome back to our PowerTeacher Pro tutorial series. Once you've created your categories, and once you've edited the defaults of those categories to meet your needs, the very next thing you want to do is change the gradebook setup so that your weightings will be correct throughout the year. Here's how to do it. Come over here to the left and click on Settings, and then click Traditional Grade Calculations. Now, once you're here, you'll see a list of all the sections that you teach, and I'm going to collapse them all so you can see that all of the courses would show up here. For the sake of this one, I'm going to show you AP Human Geography Period 2, and I'm going to set this course up. The first thing I want to do is begin with the Y1 category, and you can see that Y1 is the one on top. I'm going to come over here and click on the Actions key. Once I'm here, you're going to see this window. What I want to do first is I want to come over here and click Term Weighting instead of Total Points. You can see that it changed some things in the window, but the main thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that we have, for Y1, Semester 1 over here, and then we're going to want Semester 2 here. So we want to click on this and add Term Weighting again. So all I've done is I've made this Term Weighting, I've set it to the attribute Semester 1, and then I clicked on this plus sign in order to make another one. I made Term Weighting, and again over here, not Q1, but S2. And we want the percentage to be 50-50. We can leave the weighting as 1 and 1 in order to achieve this. Once we know it's correct, we simply press Save. And we have set up Y1. Now, the next thing you want to do is set up S1. And it's very, very similar in how this works. Click on the Actions key. Once again, we're going to want 3 different categories here, and we want them each to be term weights. And this attribute for Semester 1 must be Q1, and this one must be Q2, and this one must be E1 for Exam 1. Now, we've got it all set up, except that notice it's 1/3 per category, and we don't want that. So we have to change the weighting for Q1 and Q2 to 2 in order to achieve a 40-40-20 structure for our grading scale. Once we know we're correct, we're going to press Save. Now we're going to come down to S2 and repeat the exact same process as we just now did, except that we're going to do it for Q3 and Q4. So we've got Q3, Q4, and E2. Once again, we're going to change the weighting for Q3 and Q4 to 2 so that we can achieve that 40%, 40%, and then 20% for the exam. Once we know we're correct, we're going to click on the Save key. Now, all that's left is to change the grading setup for Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. We're going to click on the Actions key. And this time, rather than using the term, we're going to use categories. And for this example, we're going to use 3 different categories. Now, it's very important to check with your principal or your department head to make sure that the categories are appropriate for your course, because a lot of times schools and departments may have set categories that everyone is going to use. So please don't set this up exactly like you're seeing me do unless you know that you can. Always check with your principal or department head. Now, for this example here, we're going to make classwork 20%, we're going to make quizzes 30%, and we're going to make tests 50%. Now, I want the percent over here to say 20 for classwork, 30 for quiz, and 50 for tests. Simply, rather than do a lot of math, I just use the same percentage calculations for my weight, and that caused the percentages to be exactly the same. Once I know I'm correct, I'm going to click Save. And now, you would repeat that very same process for the other 3 quarters throughout the term.